Welcome to the Great Sunjester Lives YouTube channel, the faceless channel that answers the question, what the heck is wrong with that guy? I am the Great Sunjester with you, and say it with me, as always. And today we're going to spend a few minutes talking about the free and independent country of Taiwan, which never was part of mainland China, never will be, formerly known as the island of Formosa. During World War II, it was a very large Japanese naval base when it was occupied by Japan. The free and independent country of Taiwan has its own native people who speak their own language. It's not Mandarin, it's not English, it's something else. So, as we tour a little bit around Taiwan, we're going to talk about its geography, topography, and water. Oh my. So let's jump into the geography. Obviously, we're using Google Earth today. And let's talk about the geography of Taiwan. Most people think the country of Taiwan is just this one island here. Very large island, but an island nonetheless. Nope, Taiwan's more than that. It is also, there's going to be a lag. This is Taiwan also, these islands. Okay, that's pretty obvious. And not so fast. Guess what else is Taiwan? And by the way, this is the coast of mainland China right here. Guess what else is Taiwan? Yep, the Kinmen Islands. So this is Taiwan. That's Taiwan. That's Taiwan. And look, literally right off the coast of mainland China. You could probably throw a stone across and hit China. But no, we're not done yet. Guess what else is part of Taiwan? Yep, the Matsu Islands. So let me scroll out till the words appear. There we go. This is Taiwan. That's Taiwan. That's Taiwan. That's Taiwan. This is Taiwan. And again, just look how close they are to the coast of mainland China here. So the geography of Taiwan is more than most people think. So I was doing research for this video. I figured I would pick an island at random and see what Google had to say about it. So I chose Dongyin Island, hoping to see some pictures and see what Google had to say about it. And here it is. Wow, very beautiful, very picturesque. Again, this is part of Taiwan. Wow. Wow. That's just amazing. Okay, back to Google Maps. Google Earth. So as you can see, parts of Taiwan are very close to the Chinese mainland here. And that has its own geopolitical complications, which you read about in the news. So let's talk a little bit now about the topography of Taiwan. And I'm just going to talk about the main island. As you can see, the west coast of Taiwan is generally a flat plain, but the vast majority of Taiwan is mountainous. A lot of people don't realize how mountainous it is. It is the fourth highest island in the world, with many peaks as high as 10,000 feet and its highest peak comes in just under 13,000 feet. And as context for American viewers, the Rocky Mountains are about 14,000 feet, and the Appalachian Mountains are just under 7,000 feet. So that puts Taiwan's mountains taller than the Appalachians and just a little bit shorter than the Rockies. So there's some context. Now I want to talk about the waters around Taiwan. Here's the Taiwan Strait, obviously, that you hear about so much in the news. Did you know the Taiwan Strait is only 230 feet deep? In my opinion, not conducive to submarine operations. And did you know the waters to the north of Taiwan are as shallow as 100 feet in some places? I That blows my mind personally because I think of the ocean as one deep abyss, but no, there's shallow parts of the ocean too. So this area would not be conducive to submarine operations. But guess what would be? That's right. It's pretty obvious looking at this map. The waters off the east coast and the south coast of Taiwan are very deep. These waters, the east and south coast, those waters are up to 5,000 and in some places 6,000 feet deep. And what blows my mind is this drastic drop underwater. As soon as you get a very short distance off Taiwan's east coast, you're in 5,000 feet of water. That's very interesting. Not sure I would want to do a day at the beach where if I swim out too far, I'm in 5,000 feet of water. That's for sure. So that's a little context and a little tidbit about Taiwan. Those are the three things I wanted to point out in this video. And now we're going to just freestyle a little bit. And let's take a look at Taiwan's capital city, Taipei. Taipei, this area is where the majority of Taiwan's population lives. And I'm trying to, here we go. This is what I wanted. You can see the city of Taipei is surrounded by this area called New Taipei. New Taipei is its own city. It's its own administrative district. Visually, it's part of Taipei. For all intents and purposes, it's part of Taipei. But New Taipei is its own city, its own administrative area. And it used to be called New Taipei County, according to my research. And I could be wrong. I invite my Taiwanese friends to leave a comment on where I'm wrong, where I'm right. I could be wrong about a lot of this stuff. But what I found from some sources is that New Taipei used to be a county. And once its population reached 2 million, it became a city because apparently, again, I could be wrong, but I found a source that said that once a population reaches 2 million in an area, it becomes a city, not a county. Again, if my Taiwanese friends would jump in and comment on that, I'd appreciate it. And it looks like from this map that Taipei is right at the base of the mountains. So that's pretty cool. Not too far to go to visit the mountains. And one note I wanted to make on the weather, Taiwan is hot. Think Florida hot plus some. And Taiwan is often hit by typhoons. And most typhoons come from the south or from the east. And as you can see from this map, it seems to me that more storm damage would occur on the east coast of Taiwan than on the west coast, because if the storm's coming from the south or the east, the mountains are protective. So I would expect less storm damage on the west coast of Taiwan during a typhoon. Now, there are exceptions. Sometimes typhoons come right up the Taiwan Strait. But by and large, in terms of storm damage, I think you're better off on the west coast than the east coast. So that's about all I'll do today, so the video doesn't get too long. Thanks for watching this video. And again, I invite those in the know and Taiwanese friends to comment what you think about this video. Am I wrong? Am I right? Let me know. And until the next video, Great Sun Jester says, take care.